was that like November 12th?
Yeah.
Right, I know. I keep seeing the memes where it's like me and...
We didn't talk about this.
There's that thing.
Are you recording already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Remember, there's that thing. It's a combo of Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
It's like a triple combo.
Yeah, because
No,
Disney
'cause
owns it all.
Yeah.
I've seen the memes where it's like, oh, what are you doing on November 12th? And it's like a guy like, bed, kitchen, Disney Plus. Like, that's what he's
See,
doing.
we have a friend, Danny, and we were talking about this yesterday because they said that they were going to get it. And I asked if it came out because I knew something come out on the 1st. Well, that was Apple TV or whatever they call it. And so we asked, like, what's the first movie that you're going to watch on Disney Plus? What would be if you got it, what would be the first movie you would watch?
Disney Plus, the first thing I would watch.
Yeah.
You know, it's all of Disney's back catalog.
Yeah, all the Disney Channel originals.
You have all the originals,
Ooh.
all of their like old-timey animated stuff, all their newer stuff too.
She said it was the only movie that she wanted to watch all there.
What did she say?
The Lizzie McGuire movie.
Oh my god.
And like
that's day one with her.
I mean, that's a good movie, but I feel like there's like I'd rewatch some of the classics.
I would not get Disney Plus just for the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Yeah.
I would have probably picked Lady and the Tramp. That was a good one.
What did you see the live action Lady?
I saw they're making one. Is it already out?
No, it comes out on Disney Plus on the 12th. Like day
God.
one, the live action
That sounds
version.
terrifying.
It's a live action with animal. Yeah. I saw that.
Because I like the
So if you like the animated, you're day one.
Twins,
It's
the
actually
Siamese
just two
cats freak
people
me out.
just like nudging meatballs at each other.
I tell her all the time, like, hey, you want a Lady and the Tramp food? And she always tells me no.
When have you ever done that?
All the time when we're eating food.
Yeah, all the time.
I
You've
don't
never
remember
done
this.
What a generic
I got
story.
like food in
When
my
we're
mouth,
eating
and I'm
food.
like,
I don't recall this happening ever.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
I must
you.
have blocked it out.
All right, so love for
Probably.
spat now.
So here's the thing: if you ask, it's already no.
No,
You
right.
just do it.
Uh-huh.
50-50. It's like, I mean, you don't want to be looked at.
It's most of the time I'll just put food like here, and she'll just look at me like, what am I doing? That's what I need to do.
I don't.
Instead of asking, I
was
just
gonna
put
say
food on
you've
me.
never done that either.
No, absolutely.
Stop
not.
lying. Don't lie for the
I'm
ratings.
not lying for the ratings.
We have ratings.
Yeah.
Apparently.
You know, whole two.
Ooh.
The whole 2 ratings.
I guess now's as good a time as ever. Welcome to the newest episode of Intimidatingly Funny.
You know, you said the name right.
Yeah, welcome to the new episode of Intimidatingly Funny.
See.
With
Words
us
are hard.
are two special guests. First we have
Hi, I'm Mary Kay.
another special guest.
Ryan.
And with me, as always, is my co-host.
It's a mark.
And I'm Jared. It's a mark? Really?
Yeah, it's a mark.
My brother and his wife, they dressed up as like Mario characters for Halloween.
Yeah.
And my oldest brother was Mario, and he kept going around like, "It's a Mario!" And like he'd ask his little kid, was like, "Cooper, what's wrong?" And I'm like, "You're just getting way too into this costume." And his wife looks at me and she goes, "Oh no, he's been doing this all week. Like their little kid Cooper is funny. Like, Dad, will you stop?"
But he's doing parenthood so great. He's embarrassing his kids.
He's a 5-year-old. It's kind of hard to embarrass a 5-year-old right now.
Yeah.
Well, so we played around with making some like gameplay videos, and Mark was trying to sync them up perfectly. And so the entrance or the intro that we did was me just being like, "Hey, Mark," and so when we recorded the next one, it was like, "All right, let's get started." It's like, "All right, I'll do our intro." "Hey, Mark," and he's like, "No." I spent half an hour trying to sync up the last videos, and you know what I heard for 30 minutes? "Hey, Mark." "Hey, Mark."
It was torture. because it'll be one of those things. I'm like, all right, we started. All right, you hear me. Yeah, you don't hear Jared. It's like, what's up? "Hey, Mark." It's like, all right, gotta sync. Move this over a little bit. "Hey, Mark." And then you hear me. It's like, God damn it, still not in sync. It was the worst.
Just when you thought it was gone.
Yeah.
"Hey, Mark."
Yeah.
I feel like you need to call him like once a week and just be like, start the phone conversation with, "Hey, Mark," just to see how he does.
Ooh.
You missed that Crackle Barrel. So
Crackle Barrel?
Yeah, Crackle Barrel.
Crackle.
We went there, and this was yesterday. And Hank was supposed to come with us. We call him, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm snacking right now." And I was like, "All right, cool, but you're coming to eat with us." He's like, "Okay, yeah, sure." So
Okay, sure, I'll come eat.
Yes.
Is what he said.
yes, on the phone. So we get there, we order our drinks, we order him a Dr. Pepper because we know him, but we didn't order his food. we're all just sitting there just like, we'll wait to order till he gets here. Hank doesn't show up. It's like, all right, here, I'll call Hank.
It's been 15 minutes that we've sat down.
Right, and Hank doesn't live that far away.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I call Hank. Hank doesn't answer. So it's, all right, I'm leaving this bitch a voicemail. So I started the voicemail like, hey, Hank, we're just chilling here in Cracker Barrel, waiting for you to show up. We're kind of hungry. We don't really want to order for you, but, we're going to wait to order for you. And I just start like this long rant. And then eventually Jared just literally goes, here.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah, give me your time. I was like, all right, yeah, now we're going to pass it on to Jared. So it's like hitting the phone to Jared.
And I went off on a rant. It was a numbers rant, but how, there'll be memes that are misleading. Like, this one in particular was like, odds of getting into an accident while texting, or being in an accident because of texting, 1 in 4. Odds of winning the Mega Millions, like 1 in 375 million. And, people always say, oh, texting while driving, oh, that'll never be me. Mega Millions? Who knows? Maybe I'm that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's super misleading, but... So I went on a rant about that, and then I was like, you know what? Here's Danny. And so we just kind of passed it around the circle.
Yeah. So he passes it to 6 people. It comes back to me. And it's like, yeah, Hank, so, we're still chilling here waiting for you. You have this Dr. Pepper. I also ordered a Dr. Pepper. So, I'm kind of talking a lot. I might steal your Dr. Pepper. And then I hear, the voicemail has reached the maximum limit. I'm like, God damn it. Put the phone down. Just kind of talking to everyone. It's like, you know what? Call this bitch again.
Yeah.
So call him again. Again, does not answer. So then we start the voicemail again. Like, all right, Hank, we're here for part 2. So, just flip over the tape. We'll go ahead and get started. And then pass the phone to Jared.
So I start reading the Cracker Barrel menu as if it's a book, like an audio book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, Family Fixings. Chapter 1. Tuesday. And just started listing it out. And then, of course, we pass it around.
Yeah.
And to Hank's credit, he did listen to the entire voicemail.
All of them.
Told us this morning, he was like, yeah, Jared, you actually sound like you were on an ebook. I was like, perfect.
Great, I got a career there.
And then Danny, you sounded like you were on a newscast, and the rest of you just sounded like you were reading.
Yeah.
Like, not good, not good.
Yeah, so, when it gets back to me, I'm like, all right, it's intermission time. And then I hear voicemail full. And I'm like, God damn it. So I hang up the phone again and I call him back. Because we already decided at this point that Hank has to listen to these voicemails. So we gave him a secret code word that he has to tell to us or we're not going to talk to him.
Yeah.
So it was decided at the moment that it was pumpkin pie latte. And so I call Hank back. I'm like, all right, Hank, this is the 3rd time I'm calling you. You're still not answering this damn phone. We just really want to tell you the secret password is pumpkin spice latte. All right? Now, we're not going to talk to you unless you tell us pumpkin spice latte. That's PUMPKINSPICE. I think I spelled. Did I spell pie?
You spelled pumpkin spice latte, and you went up and were like, dumbass. It's pumpkin pie latte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ordered that when we went there.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was real good.
Yeah,
So-
we enjoyed it.
So we hang up the phone. And then Danny calls him, like, immediately after. Of course, Hank picks up the phone.
He picks up and says, yeah.
Yeah, just like, okay, Hank.
Okay.
We see how it is. Where are you? I'm still home.
No, I'm getting dressed.
Oh my god.
After we already left an over, 12-minute long voicemail all total to him. So we tell him to listen to the voicemail, and we're going to go order without him. And then he shows up, dressed up.
And then announces, oh yeah, I already ate dinner.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, we only waited 20 minutes for you. Like, cool.
Very Hank thing to do, though.
Yeah. And he listened to the voicemails.
So you got the password right?
Yes and no.
Well, I mean, it was the password you gave, even if it wasn't the one you agreed upon.
Yes.
Yes.
That is what happened.
That is yes.
So, moral story, answer your phone. He was supposed to come today with a cookie cake.
Oh my god!
At least that's what I told him to do.
That freaking cookie cake.
And,
if he doesn't bring me a cookie cake at some point in my life, I might punch him in the face.
If you want to send Mary Kay a cookie cake, just go ahead and email us and we'll send you an address.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I want cookie cake, but what if it's poison?
I mean, there's only one way to find out.
Yeah. Do you want to?
I'll eat it. Yeah.
Well, if you
he'll take the bullet for
Ryan
you.
will definitely
if you want to wait a couple weeks, our spring intern should be here, and I'm sure they can taste it for you.
Who's your spring intern?
Well, I mean,
we're accepting applications.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How
I was gonna
long
say.
does it pay?
all this amazing experience you're gonna get, and all this practice with this amazing production value that you can obviously tell that we have.
So $0.
Not necessarily. No. Give them a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Free I already have a T-shirt.
This will be a better
Actually,
T-shirt.
yeah. You have a limited edition T-shirt.
I do have a
you have one that whole four people have.
Who's the fourth one?
Me. I think he has two technically.
Because it was a difference of 50 cents to get a fourth one.
Yeah.
But I also only know where one is. So it might be in a box somewhere, or maybe there's a mystery fourth shirt out there floating around. That Very exclusive.
That was my birthday present one year. Was a
and she was excited. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Especially when she got it 4 months late.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. When you texted me, I was gonna get it late too. You're like, oh, by the way, I have a birthday present for you, but you're probably not gonna get it until July. I was like,
no, I told you it would be late.
Okay.
And then I thought you had forgotten about it. Because we showed up to visit.
You showed up to visit.
Yeah, it was at camp.
And we're just like, wait.
I was like, right.
Yeah.
It was confusing. And then they come in like, this is your birthday present. I'm like, oh my god, it's a T-shirt.
We didn't throw a picture of the shirt up there.
I gotta see if I still have the picture of the shirt. Because we took a picture.
We took a picture of the three of us in the shirt.
Yeah. I think it's on Facebook.
I think it is. I definitely know that it's somewhere.
I was like, the picture's floating out. But no, we have ideas for newer shirts and everything.
I see.
Yeah. Which we need to get some quotes on.
I mean, I can quote you anything you want. It might just not be right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can quickly find those pictures. Not working out.
I'm looking for it too.
I got a lot of pictures of my
Mark and Mary Kay are currently scrolling through their phones.
Yeah, here's my trick.
Picture.
Here's Halloween last year where you dressed up as a banana.
I forgot about him dressing up as a banana.
When we all went to go out to eat.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It does not appear that I have it.
Found it.
You did?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, there it is.
Mark is currently showing Ryan and Mary Kay and myself a picture.
Yeah, which I will post. That's if this even makes it into the podcast.
Well, I assume
look
this
at
is
us.
already
Imagine,
beautiful.
Imagine t-shirt.
So for those who don't know, this says in memoriam of Misdirection, JF and MF. So background, I don't know if we ever told this story.
I don't think Ryan knows this either. He definitely doesn't know it.
You know about Misdirection?
He knows about your website, but you don't know about the magic or the magic extravaganza.
Is that what you did it for the kids?
Yeah, you always do it for the kids.
For the children,
right? I remember that you told me you did it for the kids, and you kept doing it, and they said it wasn't magic or some.
Well, okay, it was comedy magic. Thank you very much.
It was something like that, and they were giving you a hard time or something. Is that it?
No, everyone loved it. We were amazing to 20 little girls.
Yeah,
they had a fan club.
So to briefly, just, tell the story is 2-3 months ahead of time, we found out there was going to be a talent show, and we're like, oh, we should do something comedy magic act or something.
Yeah.
Fast forward to a week before camp, and we're like, are we doing this? Because if so, let's prepare something. So in a week, maybe 2, we throw together a magic act. Practice it once for our friend's family.
Yep.
And then we're like, all right.
Perfect.
Yes, perfect. We planned some jokes and everything, and then we get to camp and we're doing it. And if we messed up, our code word was just to talk about how the most important part of magic is misdirection.
Yeah. And the act was called Misdirection.
Yes, which we still need to get that video and post it.
Yeah.
But we have a video of the act where we say misdirection a lot more than we thought we would.
Yeah, you do. You said it a lot.
Yes. And we essentially boiled it down to I had 2 card tricks that I would do, and Mark had our showstopper. So I had one.
Yeah, I got the Misdirection video right here. 17 minutes, 55 seconds.
Okay, yeah. You can put that up then as a supplemental.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a long video.
It is.
You sent it to me. I was there to watch it, and then you also sent it to me.
It was a 5-minute talent show that we were told to stall.
Yeah, no. we made a 10-minute act. And then Sherry, the day we got there, said, okay, it needs to be 5 minutes. We're like, okay, that's fine. We'll just cut out a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Which we did. And then the day of, an hour before, she's like, I need you to do 15 minutes. And we're like, okay.
All right.
Yeah, we got this.
Sherry.
And so I had one card trick that worked out really well. And then I had one where they take the deck, flip it in front of you, and a card jumps out at you. So when we were practicing and learning these tricks, the other one was pick a card, any card, and then we made it appear in a giant form. And it was the 10 of diamonds. Is the card would make appear. And as we were doing the flip trick, we kept seeing like the king of spades, which was the card we wanted you to see, and the 10 of diamonds would pop out to you. And so we thought that was kind of freaky, so we just took the 10 of diamonds out. And so we're doing this trick for the little girl, and I was like, all right, now whisper to all your friends what the card is. And then we do the whole trick to reveal, we're like, is that your card? She's like, no. So then we had
misdirection.
Yeah, exactly, because we had this side gig of like, can we predict the future? And we put the 10 of diamonds in this envelope, which the other kid was like, oh, that's my card. Well, that's the card that this little girl who lied, because the card wasn't in there, saw as well. And so, to this group of this girl and her friends who told them all, they thought they were blown away. They were like, oh, how did they do that? But to everyone else, they're like, okay, so you messed up one trick and got one trick right.
So to go back to these shirts.
Yes.
So that's how it started, this whole misdirection.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then so before camp next year, Jared comes up to me and goes, "Hey, they have these chairs on sale with plaques on them." And it's like, "Do you want to go halvesies on a chair?"
What I first asked was, how much money are you willing to spend on a joke?
Yeah. And I said, depends. What's the joke?
And I said, well, misdirection's dead. You know, we're not gonna do another magic act.
Yeah.
And also, it's donating a rocking chair to 4-H camp.
Yeah. So we decided to get in memoriam of misdirection, JF and MF on a plaque on a rocking chair. So if you go to the camp today, you can find this chair there.
Yes, you can.
It's been there for
It's
like
our chair. We kick kids out of it.
Yeah, we legitimately do because it does have our names on it.
Yeah.
And so we decided to build on this because we know, like, as we were talking to people, everyone's like, "Oh, you doing misdirection again? Doing misdirection again?" And we're like, "No," because we had nothing planned. and then it got to the point, it was like the same deal, like a week before camp. So you know, a lot of people have been requesting misdirection to come back. Are we actually gonna do this? And it was like, yeah, we should actually come up with an act. But like before this, we made those shirts.
Yeah.
So the shirts were supposed to be like misdirection's dead.
Yeah.
It was a tombstone.
Yeah, it was a
Like a
tombstone.
little it has a little magic top hat on the
But
corner.
but the secret with it is that top hat had a ticket on it with a date, which happened to be the date of the talent show.
Oh.
So
This second year.
Yeah, the second year. So we made these shirts and we were wearing them on the day of the talent show. We gave her the shirt that she loved. And
so the best part is, because unfortunately Mark wasn't there, there's a very charismatic camp director named Joey. And we have a share session every day at lunch. And essentially it's like, hey, here's the schedule for the next 24 hours. Here's the weather. You know, anything you need to share with the staff to the counselors and vice versa. And so he's like, oh, the talent show's tonight. And then you see his face light up and he looks up. And he turns around, finds me, he's like, is Misdirection performing again? This blew me away because, like, 1, you remember the show. 2, you remember the name and who was in it. And then requested it in front of all the other counselors, like, I happen to be wearing my shirt that day. So I was like, well, actually, and showed him the shirt. So then, which fast forwards back to Mark.
Yeah, and so like everyone's like, it's dead, we're not gonna bother with it. So then they had the talent show sign up. So it's like everyone's at lunch and no one's really paying attention. So I just walk up there and just write if there's time into the thing.
Yes.
And just put leaders of cabin like 14 because that's who we were. We didn't want to put our names.
Wolverines.
Yeah.
Wolverines.
And so the talent show like it's about to start and we go talk to staff and we're like, hey, like we have an act. We're only gonna do it if there's time. Like, if there's not time, just cut the act. We're not going to bother with it. And they're like, okay, no, there should be plenty of time. Like, we got enough acts and everything. It was like, okay, cool. And then, like, we do the talent show. Talent show ended up taking longer to happen. So they call the leaders over. It's like, all right, we got to cut some acts. We have 3 acts right here. And it was this one staff member specifically who was talking to us. And Jared goes, all right, cool. Cut if there's time. And he goes, yeah, no, that's exactly what we're doing. We're trying to cut acts. Now, what do we need to cut? Jerry goes, no, cut if there's time. And he goes, yeah, no, that's what we're doing. So we need to figure out which of these acts on this sheet that we're trying to cut.
And it got to the point where it's like, the act name is if there's time. There's not time. Cross it off. I have finally pointed at it. Cross it off. And he looks at it, he's like, oh, if that's time. That's funny.
Well, like, you see him look at it, you see the hamster start spinning a bit of like an act name. If there's time, the time is the act. This is an act. Everything like you see a connect in his brain.
Those puzzle pieces.
Yeah. At that point, I was just so like, just cross it off. That's funny. It's like, thanks.
Now cross it off. Yeah. We're not performing. Oh my god.
And we haven't performed since.
Nope, you haven't.
No.
It's been disappointing. And you weren't even there this year, Mark.
I wasn't. I got a big boy job now. It's called graduated.
Some of us graduated a while ago and still go to camp.
I'm just saying, some of us don't have a lot of vacation.
I have the same amount of vacation as you.
I had 3 days when camp happened. I didn't go to my own camp.
I know.
That's true, you did not. I'm
Camp's
sure
a
they
big
were
deal.
very sad.
You guys are all in the same camp?
Yeah.
I pulled him into our camp.
Right,
Okay.
so we had gone to the same camp, and this is a different camp than the camp that I worked at for 3 summers, which is a different camp than the camp that Mark camped at for all his life.
There's 4 camps.
In the state of...
We technically have all been to different ones.
3.
Yes,
Yeah.
we haven't gone to the...
I've
West.
never been to West.
Yeah, West.
Which
So.
is...
Yeah, it was basically one of those things of like me and Jared are really good friends. We didn't actually really become good friends until he invited me to 4-H.
I actually really did not like Mark when I first met him.
Nice.
He just caught me on a bad day, and all I wanted to do was walk into my apartment and take off my pants.
Yeah.
And I come in, I just see Mark's fucking face just looking at me, and like my hands are like in the drawstrings, and I assume I was wearing sweatpants. I'm like, I don't know who this is. I'm just like, hi. And I was maybe 15 feet from my bedroom door too, and I was just like, this bitch.
I'm sure Mark was just in there like waving.
Yeah, just like, what's up?
Yeah. Mark's just like, hey.
I heard stories about you.
I'm Mark. I'm like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Then eventually we became friends.
Yeah. Well, those things that got time. I was like, yeah, I do 4-H. He's like, oh, you do 4-H? You do 4-H too? And it's like, yeah, cool. And then I told him, I was like, oh, I was going to 4-H camp. And he's like, yeah, so my camp happens to need more leaders. Like, you happen to be free this week? And I was like, yeah, why not? And then I got sent on an espionage mission that my camp said. It was like, oh, I'm going to be there to spy on them and steal ideas. And then every idea I came back with, they were like, oh, so this other camp's better than us. And then they don't listen to me. And then another guy brings up the same idea. And they're like, that's a great idea. It's like, man, it's not like I mentioned that 2 years ago.
I mean, I ran into the same thing when I worked at a camp. It was like, oh, you think because it worked at this camp, then it's better? No, it's an idea. Gosh.
Well, one thing I remember specifically, this is the thing that really pissed me off, was at their camp, they have this iron clover that they light on fire that's in the shape of a clover. Mine is just a bonfire. They just put wood on it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's really cool. So, like, we have this camp improvement meeting, and, like, I'm talking about that. Like, they have this clover, like, they douse in these chemicals to make it a green flame. It looks really cool. We should try to look into getting this for our camp. And they're like, oh, yeah, no, like, yeah, that's cool or whatever. But, other camp, like, it kind of ignoring the idea. Well, this other adult leader happened to go to the camp and see that. And was like, that's really cool. Why don't we have this? And this is like 2 years later after I mentioned this. And they're like, that's a great idea. Let's get some money to make this. And the adult leader ended up putting the bill for the whole thing, which is really kind of him. But it was just one of those things that everyone's like, oh, that was such a great idea. Like I wish we thought of this sooner. I'm like here in the background like, I mentioned this 2 years ago. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah. It just made me mad because they're just like, oh, he's so kind and generous for coming up with the idea and like putting the money for it. And I'm like, I would have helped paid for this thing back in the day. Like, taking the credit.
They didn't appreciate you, Mark.
I know, they didn't.
Slap some bitches.
I mean, I do that already every Tuesday. So.
You slap bitches every Tuesday?
Yeah. What else do you do on your Tuesday nights?
Sleep.
Trivia.
Okay, he goes to trivia on Tuesdays. I've gone like twice and been no help.
Oh.
I drink too much, and then our answers progress similarly.
That's called being an alcoholic?
No. They go to meetings.
Well, it didn't help the 1 week. It was just the two of us, and if neither of us knew it, it was a problem.
Yeah.
Or like one of us would be like, I'm sure it's this, and then it was the other answer. Like, dang it.
Or we would turn it in and be like, I hope it wasn't this, because I just thought of that. It was always that.
That's what happened every time. It's fine. We had fun.
I remember I went to a rec bar down in Louisville, And so they have like the different types of trivia, like each round something kind of different. So like round 5 is like a picture round, so they give you a bunch of like pictures from movies. You just gotta like name the movie. Or they have like an audio round, so they'll play some audio. You gotta name like the show or whatever it's off of. And I had one cousin there because this was my family I was going, and he was not getting like any questions. Like he's a big sports student. He's like, we need a sports question, like something sports related. Still nothing. And then I was like, what is the name of the cat that looks like it's always mean? Like it's like known as like a meme or something like that. And he goes, "It's Grumpy Cat died. His name's Tartar Sauce." like really getting into it, and like that was his high for the rest of the night. He's like, "Guys, I'm done. I got Grumpy Cat. And I got my one.
Grumpy Cat. I'm done. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I got a Grumpy Cat Christmas T-shirt.
T-shirt?
Yeah, me and my mom. Yeah.
What makes it a Christmas T-shirt?
it's all right. Let me pull it up. I'll show you.
T-shirt and it's
green.
Now I want a Grumpy Cat Christmas sweater.
Yeah,
that has to exist.
I feel like it probably does. R.I.P. Grumpy Cat.
I want to get. I'm trying to come up with a good Christmas sweater to get this year. Cause I want a stupid Christmas sweater. Why are you looking at me like that?
How much do you think custom sweaters are?
It depends on what you're getting, bub.
I feel like a sweater's kind of expensive though. Like, isn't a normal sweater like $40?
Yeah. But I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna say no to this idea.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, our style.
Oh, I was thinking just misdirection.
Yeah, but I figured we could put like the.
I have the same one.
How many photos of us do you think we have in costume? Like, if we got with Madison and got like our nightly photos through the years, could we do like a collage of all of our costumes?
I have a photo of all of our costumes, and it's not that much though. You gotta think it's like 5 or 6
a year.
But we got Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. We got Grease. Yeah. We got the Christmas caroling.
Yes.
Well, like I think that's really it.
From last night, we had the barbershop.
Yeah, the barbershop quartet.
But
David Pumpkins technically.
Yeah, you guys could just dress up for the picture.
Yeah.
I feel like throughout the years we've had more.
I think that's the main one. We had the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah. I don't know. It would take some look. I was hoping to have like 20.
We do not have 20. I will tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Did you guys end up going last weekend?
We did.
Yes, we went on Sunday when it was not raining. Okay. Of course, now they know what state Renaissance Fair we went to based on if it was raining or not.
Does that matter at all?
Ohio.
We have already said what city and everything we're in and from.
Did we?
Yeah.
No.
You're not even going to hit end? No.
You can answer the phone.
It's his brother.
Put him on the podcast.
Oh no.
You're alive with Mark and Jared?
Like, what? Here is me and Mom have the same shirt. Have a grumpy Christmas.
I like it.
And that's our cat, Sophia.
Oh, okay. I like it.
She's a new grumpy cat. She's my baby.
They do look very grumpy. He sent me a picture of them in like a kennel, like on the way to the vet. Yes. They look even angrier. I was like, they look even madder. Like they're already grumpy, and they look 10 times worse because they're in these freaking little carriers. Yeah, that one. Like they look so
they're plotting to destroy the world.
I don't know these iron bars are, but
no,
they can't hold me for long.
But you missed it. I am arguably what I would say a pro ukulele player now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
So for the Renaissance Fair, I wanted to go as a bard, and so I have a generic like white shirt, blue vest, and everything. And I was like, none of this to me shouts bard, so I bought a ukulele.
Yeah.
And I've been secretly learning to play the ukulele for the past month.
Okay.
With no one knowing. Well, except for Jared. I think it's for Jared.
Yep.
And so we go to the Renaissance Festival and I have the ukulele. And at one point we were in the skill challenge games. So
archery, axe throwing.
Yeah. Okay, number one, on the record, Hank owes me $5 that I never got. We bet on archery $5. He would do better.
I will vouch.
And I won easily. Hank, I never got the $5. Looking to you, kid. But as we're going through, there was this one guy who was at axe throwing, and he was like casually just singing. And he looks at me and goes, "Oh, look at someone with the ukulele, like play me a tune." And Jared's like, whoa.
Like, wait. He has a skill. You have a skill. You know, let's he'll play you a tune if he gets a free throw.
Yeah.
And like, he's like, oh, I don't know if I. All right, yeah. Let's hear what you got.
Yeah. So I play an amazing tune on my ukulele because I'm a guru. What?
Over the Rainbow.
Yeah, of course. Over the Rainbow. Or it could be I'm Yours or Hey Soul Sister. It could be whatever you want. I'm not saying it's a very generic ukulele song. I'm just saying that it can fit multiple songs.
It's a very generic ukulele song.
And he was like, all right, yeah, no, deal's a deal. And so he let me throw. And I did so amazing at my throw. He let me go again, and then again, and then
until he hit it.
Yeah.
Nice.
No time out. I hit the wall every time.
Until it's stuck.
No.
It never stuck.
Yeah.
It never stuck.
But like the first one was high, the second one was low. It's like to get like the timing right.
Yeah.
You guys ever went axe throwing?
Yes.
I have not.
I have.
Other than like the Renaissance Festival.
Can we say places
at the bar.
or no?
Go for it.
Yeah.
We can say places?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if it was like super secret.
No, it's mostly don't give out your address.
Right.
Unless
I know you said Louisville, and I was like, oh no. Can
with
we say
our
Louisville?
millions of fans,
Right.
I mean,
He's got a gated house. It's fine.
We can be
Yeah.
dogs.
Again, where's this gatehouse at?
I don't know, somewhere up north.
Gatehouse is
Up north.
the
All right,
surgeon's quarters.
New
is by
York
the road.
City.
Yeah.
There's one in Westchester, OTR. I think there's one down Florence or
There's one in
Covington.
Covington.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And
We need to
I've
make
never
it
been to
easy.
one.
We
That would
should.
be
That would
fun.
be
Oh
fun.
yeah, because at Louisville they have flying axes.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of fun because
Yeah, I think
they like you can play different
Also, we should
games.
get on that.
Because there's one they call as like kings, so you
Yeah.
throw against someone,
Lady
and you both do basically like one throw, and whoever scores the better one becomes the new king.
Yeah.
And you keep going until one person has beaten everyone in a row.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
And it's called the king.
That's awesome.
Which that was a fun game.
Because the one in Westchester, that one you can't buy alcohol there. I think you can maybe bring your own alcohol or whatever. I don't know.
That seems worse.
I
What?
don't think you can bring your own alcohol. I don't know, but the Westchester one's like stricter. But the one near OTR or in OTR near Rhine Guys, that one there's like a bar there, and it's like you can go in.
this
open
one has
times.
a go-kart track and axe throwing.
Oh my god.
and alcohol.
We are going.
Can you combine the three?
Where's that?
You're on
throwing-
driving go kart and you combine it.
You grab the beer after you throw the axe.
Can we make it more sensitive culturally? You have someone chug a beer and they remote control your car.
Oh
The
god.
person in it throws the axe.
I don't want to
What did
die.
you say it was?
Did I tell you about a new place that opened up in Louisville?
Smash Room?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. That was the.
They have a Smash Room!
Oh really?
Yeah!
Okay, well, so there's a new place in Louisville. I think it's called Smash Room. That is basically that. You pay like $20.
Sounds like a strip club. A bad.
No.
Sounds like a bad game.
It's a place to take your anger out of, and basically you can bring.
To the Smash Room.
Yeah, it's like depending on how much you pay, you can either bring in your own thing, or they'll have something for you, and you basically just get in a room and you just break shit. Is all it is. So it's like if you have this like old computer you just want to destroy, it's like yeah, pay them $20. They'll give you like a bat, a sledgehammer, and they'll clean up everything. You just throw it into the room and just start beating it.
What about an old copier?
Probably.
Do they supply things to Smash?
Yeah, but it's different
You can
prices. So it's like the more you pay, like the bigger and more
That's cool.
objects you can pay to Smash.
That's
or like you can go the cheapest option. You can bring in whatever you want to bring to Smash.
See, that used to be a thing like that my dad would talk about is like for fundraisers for school,
Westchester.
someone would donate a car that wouldn't run.
There's another.
They'd have a
place.
sledgehammer. It was like
And then there's the one-
$10 for like 3 swings.
My high school used to do that.
Yeah, it seems like such a great idea of like literally come swing a sledgehammer at this old car that doesn't work, and you raise a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah, no, my old high school, I was pissed because they stopped this my first year I started going there. So what they would do is when the big high school rivalry was going on, they would buy a junk car in a junkyard. They would paint it the colors of the enemy team, and then it would just be basically in our parking lot. You could pay $1, you get 3 slings with a sledgehammer just to hit this car. It was great. 1 year, there's also this one kid who screws everything up.
Yeah.
And it's like he went to sling the sledgehammer, let goes of the sledgehammer, and it goes flying. And like I think it hit someone's like light on their car. Like it wasn't really bad damage, but it was still damage.
That
and
could have
they
been
were
a lot worse.
Yes, it could have
someone
been.
in the head and like killed him.
But someone did it and basically epically failed, and then they were like, "Yep, no more of this." And that was my 8th grade year. So when I was a freshman, I didn't get to do it.
That's what when I went to the University of Louisville, but a UK fan. But one of my professors, he did like there's a state park there, and we would do a cleanup. And this area will happen to be it was almost like a swamp area behind a Walmart. And so we were pulling out shopping carts that were submerged in water. So we would attach a chain to a couple places, then walk it back. And it took probably 20 people to pull one out because it's just like muck. So I was in the front of the line, and we're pulling, and we're doing 1, 2, 3, pull, all that. And the chain comes off when we pull, comes back, and the hook smacks me right in the knee. And of course I go down, and I have bad knees as it is. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just stretching. I'm like, okay. I can still, nothing feels wrong. It just smacked it. So it's I'll have a bad bruise. So I get up and take a step. I'm like, okay, it hurts a lot. But then I don't know where my teacher was, who was also the coordinator for all this, comes flying in out of nowhere and just pushes me to the ground. He's like, I've got to check it before you do anything. No, it's fine. And he's rolling up my jeans, and he's like, no, I need to check it. It's okay.
So he's trying to strip you.
Well, no. He was forcing his hands up my jeans and then felt it.
Wait, he's forcing himself on you?
Oh, wow.
No, I like this professor.
Do we need to stop this podcast? Do we need to talk about something?
and then he's
show us on Ryan. Where did he touch you?
Point.
Ryan, can you bend over?
Yes. Goes on or off?
That's up to you. Well, let's do the story proper. Have him on it first. But no, but then afterwards, he's looking. He's we're not going to use the chain anymore. I was like, no, really, it's fine. It just happened once. And so they don't use the chain anymore to pull stuff out. And I'm like, I feel like this is my fault, but it really isn't at the same time.
So you're the reason why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Well,
I could have told you that.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not the reason that U of L no longer does capture the flag on their campus anymore. I'm just saying this permanent scar on my elbow might be because I hurt myself. So, it was a welcome week at U of L, and they were having capture the flag. It was campus-wide capture the flag. So it was from our natural science building to this building across campus where the two flags were located. And so I was on our side trying to defend the flag, and this guy comes running up, and I was like, oh, I'll go get him. So we go running, and we get to the concrete part of the area, and I go to kind of lunge at him, but as I lunge, he jumped, and I just basically went straight into the side of a concrete curb to it from a sidewalk. I was laying on the ground holding my elbow, because my elbow kind of busted open, was bleeding a bit, but I was also scratched on my arm and leg and everything. I was laying there that hurt. And I try to get up. I'm like, no, I'm not getting up. And I see the guy. He's looking at me. I'm like, hey man, can I get some help? I'm just kind of laying here. The guy just looks at me and just runs away. And I'm like, you bastard! Does he think I'm trying to get him out and trick him? I'm legitimately hurt on the ground. So I was laying there for 5 minutes until my friend runs up and goes, hey man, you okay? I'm like, no, I'm not. I need help getting up. So he gets me up, and I hobble to the people running it. And they had a person who had first aid, which is basically just here's a Band-Aid. I was like, okay, yeah, this is not cool. And so they were just yeah, man, we really didn't want anyone to get hurt. I'm like, no, don't stop the game while it got at me. It's I'm done. I'm gonna go home.
I'm gonna go home.
Yeah. And so I went home, I showered, it sucked. And then I had a friend's birthday party afterwards, and their mom went total mom mode on me, because I come limping in, because I'm still hurt. And they go, what's wrong with you? And I go, I kind of hurt myself an hour ago.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I'm fine, because I have 5 Band-Aids on my elbow. And she's like, oh my god. She rips everything off, gives me that really stingy spray stuff. So I'm like, ah!
Vaccine?
Yeah. She actually gives me big Band-Aids that actually fit. And then, next year they're talking about, they're not doing catch the flag anymore because some guy hurt himself. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. Just
interesting. So for all of those who are feel gypped about Mark taking away capture the flag, let me know. I'll tell you where to find him.
Yeah. I'm at 123 Rainbow Way.
You live on Rainbow Road?
Yeah.
That's the hardest road to navigate.
I live on 3 Girls Way. That's a legitimate street in Louisville, because I had to go to someone's house one time, and it was one of those they were. Yes, well, they were like, they're like, blah, 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 address 3 Girls Way. I was like, ha, 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 what's the real address? And they go, no, like, legitimately look this up. So I looked it up on Google Maps. I'm like, oh my God, there's like 3 houses that live on this one road. And
the houses live on the road?
Yes, the houses live on the road.
Yeah,
and
it's so sad. They don't have homes of their own.
Yeah. Well, it was I was talking to basically my friend's dad. It was like, yeah, the guy who built the house there first built the road. If you built the road, you can name the road.
Yes.
So he named it that.
We had that opportunity too.
Yeah.
So, because they were going to develop what my parents live on now, and they were going to put a street, but like we live on the side of a hill. They determined it's going to be too much money to actually develop it. So my dad got a hell of a deal on it. And they said, well, we already put in for it to be a road, so you can name it whatever you want. Here's what we were going to name it, but we'll change it.
Yeah.
And so, of course, my dad didn't have children then to help him for some reason name things, so he left it what it was, which it no longer is, but it was Hickory Bend.
It's such a disappointment.
But then he got to pick whatever house number he wanted.
Okay.
So what house number would you pick if you could pick any house number?
69.
Good answer.
Or 420.
The other answer. No, 200.
Okay.
Just a generic 200.
You did so bad.
You've been disappointing your dad ever since?
Well, it's since changed, and I'm not going to give you that address.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't want to give me...
Stole from my mom's purse.
Stole from my mom.
So, Ryan, I was hoping that you would tell the story of how we met.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
I'm going to go to the bathroom while you're doing this.
Oh, someone's
You don't want
embarrassed.
to be
She
here.
doesn't
Ryan
want
and
to
Mary
go through this
Kay.
story.
I have to pee.
Ryan and
Your
Mary Kay are
excuses.
dating,
Yes.
And apparently this is an embarrassing story for
If
her.
I mess up info, it's your fault.
I will give my side of the story.
After I'm done.
peeing.
All right. That's
All right.
cool.
Make sure you edit this so that it sounds like she's peeing for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, while Ryan's telling the story, it's just piss going on in the background the whole time.
So we are dating, and we go. First date, we go to a brewery. It was really good. So then, of course, we had a couple. Or no, we had. Oh, I get the dates wrong. So she was at camp, and then I had to watch my grandpa for a week in Michigan. So we met online, and so back and forth for like, it was about almost a month. And we had that one date in there, in that between. Because we went on that date, and then she went to camp, and then I went to Michigan, and then I came back. And so we've been getting to know each other, and we never met any of our friends yet. And I don't remember. I have bad memory.
Yeah.
Very bad memory.
If you're gonna tell it, don't tell it wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you want to tell it?
Our first date was after camp. We did not go on a date before I went to camp.
Oh, that's right.
So you're fucking telling it wrong.
Do you want to tell the story?
No, well, I was gonna lead up to when they came in the
Right, but
place.
you started it off wrong.
I'll pick it up when they go.
You know what? You're doing a great
When
job.
Mark
buddy.
is
Safe place.
when Hank and Jared walk when we're meeting them, I'll pick it up.
Okay.
'Cause I don't know what.
So
And
the
you
real
can say
story.
place names.
The real story is, we met online, we were talking for a couple weeks, and then I went to camp. So we did not go on our first date until after I got back from camp. We decided to meet at...
Did you go on a date between when you got back from camp and when he went to Michigan?
Yes.
Okay, you were doing a fantastic
He
job.
said we went on a date before we went to camp, though. I heard that one. I heard
You know
that.
what? Roll back the tape.
Yeah! Mark rolled back the tape. And then we went on a date, and then he went to Michigan.
Right.
And then
Yes.
I got vertigo, so we didn't see each other for like another week.
Right.
Because I couldn't drive.
Right.
So like in a span of a month, it was like one date.
It's 2.
Oh, it's a vertigo date. That counted as a date.
Yeah,
That's
because
right.
you came over and...
Yes.
That's the time you helped me... No, you helped me grocery shop once I went back to school.
Yes.
But yeah, no, he came over when I had vertigo, and I was like pathetic because I couldn't turn too fast to the
Right.
left.
Like, you kind of like...
Vertigo.
Yeah, vertigo.
It was great.
Nah.
And then the first time I was over there, the dog Nick, we're friends now.
Yes.
But the first time he just wants to play a lot, so he jumps
Oh,
up. He's
yeah.
a half Rottweiler mix.
You'll have to send a picture of Nick.
I will.
And
I
so
can send you the Halloween
he's like
picture.
jumping up
Sure.
on me and he gets my cheek. I'm bleeding there, and then I'm in the bathroom brushing my teeth or something, and he wants to play or whatever. It gets my inside of my left calf, just tears it. It's bleeding like a lot, and I'm thinking it's not stopping. I'm like,
and he's not vicious by any
no.
means.
He's a playboy. Yeah, and he needed his nails cut.
Yeah, he's a playboy.
He's a playboy. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's always trying to get up there.
Nope. So we had been dating for like maybe a month at this point, and we decided like it was Labor Day weekend, wasn't it? Was it Labor Day weekend?
Somewhere around there.
It was around Labor Day weekend, so we did like his family and some of his friends, and then like the next day. We're like, oh, okay, I guess we'll meet Jared and Hank because all of my other friends were busy.
And my parents had
so
to
you were I was say you were number one.
Like, who's my friends?
Well, you got dibs too.
But yes, I did have dibs.
Right.
Jared had dibs, so like I had to even if other people hadn't.
So she couldn't find anyone else who wouldn't tell me that they already met him.
Right. Because you met my parents because they went to Maryland for like 3 weeks, so I was like, you either meet them now or meet them like a month later.
No, your mom said that.
Right.
Your mom was like, we can meet her now, or we'll have to wait like a month. And you're like, I guess you have to wait a month. Savage to his mom. So we decided to meet at a local brewery, ABC, and
So I'm gonna cut in here because when Mary Kay set this up with me, she had one instructions other than the time and place. Don't be weird. And I'm like, okay, you feel the need to tell me this. Challenge accepted.
I wonder why.
I don't know why.
Oh my god.
If you had not said that, those 3 words, don't be weird, this would have been a non-story.
I know I brought it on myself.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I know.
It was my first time at ABC, so we go there. It was pretty quiet. It was like one or two.
Like I said, it was like the Sunday of because it was the Sunday of the
Yeah.
fireworks.
That's
So it was Labor Day.
Fireworks.
WBN.
So
fireworks.
we have barbecue and a drink, and then you had like one maybe, but then they come. You're like, oh, my friends are here, and I look through the door and I see Hank and Jared, 2 guys walking in with full blown suits on, briefcases holding, and Mary Kay goes, oh my god, why are they in suits?
I'm pretty sure I said the word son of a bitch.
Yeah. And so they walk in and she just goes, oh my god. And Jared comes up and goes, hi, I'm Jared, nice to meet you. And then Hank goes, hi, I'm Hank, nice to meet you. And I was like, oh, is this like some sort of like interview or something? And I was smiling. I was all for it. Because I was like, this is going to be either really, really funny or they're going to be absolutely weird. It's going to be terrible. So I'll fake it till I make it.
No.
And you had it was like you down 2 during the interview.
I wasn't. It was just
you were stress drinking.
I was definitely stress drinking. I was like, I'm gonna get a refill before we start this, and I zoned out a little bit and let it happen because I just quickly drank the seltzer I had just gotten.
That was great. It was fun. It was a good interview.
And, I mean, we had prepared 15 questions or so, but nothing like. I didn't say we didn't ever cross the line. I didn't feel.
No, we talked about something with the F, Marry, Kill. Hank was in there.
Yeah, that was Hank.
Wait, who were the options?
Donald Trump, Brad Pitt, or Hank.
And what was your answer?
I'm interested for that one.
Uh-huh.
What did I say? I said...
You said kill Brad Pitt.
Yes, because...
Whoa!
Because...
Hold on. Let the man talk.
Okay,
that's right. I said kill Brad Pitt because... He just got divorced from Angelina Jolie. He's getting older. He's pretty much done. I don't need him in my life.
Come out back.
I want to see his new Ad Astra movie. I like Brad Pitt. He's got great movies. But if I had to choose, boom, he's gone.
Okay.
Marry Donald because I said he would give me money. He'd buy me a house or something, and then when he eventually would go down the road, because I'm much younger than him. Don't worry, NSA. This is just. It's life, man.
Yeah.
It's life. But I would bang Hank because if we did have a romantic spark, we could continue it after my marriage with Donald ended.
Yeah.
And I'd have money.
Now my next question is, now that you know Hank, is your answer still the same?
Yes. I wouldn't kill him. He hasn't done anything wrong to me.
There was quite a bit of thought in his face.
There was 3 options. I wouldn't kill him because he hasn't done anything bad. I like him, so...
But not enough to marry him.
Right.
Not enough to marry.
Right. So answer still stands.
Okay.
It was a great one.
Well, because you also kept throwing out movie and show references.
Oh, and I totally bombed.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we decided. Instead of just the generic so Ryan, what movies do you like? What are you into? That kind of thing. we'd be like, all right, Ryan, so far you've been doing great. Yeah, let's see. My next question, if you had to choose one type of bear to be best, per se, what type of bear would that be?
And I picked.
I think you picked polar bear.
Yes.
You picked polar bear.
Which was incorrect.
Yeah.
Because, black bear.
Yeah.
No, panda bear, but...
Well...
No, black bear.
Okay, Mark, you also...
Are incorrect. The correct answer is black bear.
But you did pass the interview.
I did.
And got your certificate.
I have that certificate. It's still in my bag.
That is
It's always in my Mayor K bag. Because I always bring it over when I stay.
Yeah.
It's in a little
There you
side
go.
patch.
Yeah.
It said approved, signed
Yes.
Jared, and then Hank did
Hank-
like a little star on the bottom.
Hank
Yeah.
didn't really actually
Hank-
say
yeah.
it.
Hank started putting stars on his signature.
Did you tell what the final question was? She doesn't know because she left.
Yeah.
And that's, she doesn't know.
Yeah.
So not even on the record.
We can put it in the podcast. So if she wants to listen, because what, an hour in? If she wants to listen into this far, she can know the question. I'll send it to you.
Okay. I don't know why you're looking at me.
I
don't know what this question is.
I feel like you told me the last question.
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
I feel like it's important last question.
It was.
It was.
It was actually
I
the only
passed.
question that mattered.
Yes.
I'm just imagining. Oh, wait, question that matters. Would you rather be a washer or a dryer?
That was a question. I think that was one of my leadoff questions.
Because you did the, would you rather fight one duck-sized horse? Or,
No.
Or one
it's
horse-sized
one horse-sized duck or 100
duck-sized
horses.
horses.
I
That's
said,
right.
I said a horse-sized duck because if I took one leg out, I'd pretty much win.
Yeah.
Because it would be wobbled over.
And
And
fewer
There you go.
things.
There you
I
go.
thought hard on these questions because I had to pass.
Well,
Like you
of
gave
course.
really good answers
Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
but one of the questions is like, what is the meaning of life and everything in the
I don't even
universe
know
or
what I
whatever?
said for
And
that
he
one.
gave like a real answer, and the answer is from Hitchhiker's
42.
Guide.
Yeah.
Like he spent 5 minutes on an answer, and Hank's
Yeah,
like,
it was
no,
a
it's
good-
great. It's 42, and I'm like, oh.
It's like fantastic, well thought out, but no.
But it's 42. And I went, oh my god.
Yes.
Hank had his law binder from school. You had your dad's briefcase.
And readers.
Readers.
For the
Which-
readers.
let me cut
that
in
made
here.
the costume.
Reading glasses. I'm 24 years old. Reading glasses are fantastic. Like, you know how usually if you have papers on your desk, you kind of like pick them up to read them? I could lean back in my chair and I could still read them as if it was 2 feet out in front of my face. Like, they are amazing. I'm thinking about getting a pair.
I kind of want to make this a new tradition in our friend group. Of if anytime anyone gets a new significant other, just we have to
send
have
Jared
this
and
interview
Hank.
process going.
What if
Here's what
it's
I'm
Jared
saying.
or Hank's?
You think that can step in?
Well, no, he said to send Jared or Hank every time. And I was like, Jared can't interview his own.
But one of them can.
You think I could, but I can't.
He just walk across the table. So why should you date me?
He stands up, goes to the other side. I really don't know. I'm not that great. Walks to the other side. Yeah, I like the honesty in your voice.
The significant other just like watching in horror, like what is happening?
Though, there were some smaller things that that at least I thought was great. I made sure to get a clicky pen with a satisfying click.
Yeah.
So his first answer, he answered him to click. Interesting. Started writing. But no, I still have the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he
I'm
does.
good to go at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
I think I told you about. So I haven't told you guys. So when I used to live with my old friend Stuart, we always talked about.
Stuart?
Yep, Stuart. We would never give a key to anyone besides ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But there was the conversation of if we had to, there was a rigorous interview process the person had to come through. So it'd be like kind of the same deal of they would be invited over to our place, not knowing this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
We would be in our suits, but on purposely in our underwear, just the top half of the suits, sitting at the table waiting for them, and we would ask them a series of questions to see if they qualify to get a key or not. And we would be judging them based on their appearance, because we got to do that. One of the questions was, if I walk into the apartment covered head to toe in creamy peanut butter, what would you do? The correct answer that one friend gave is, well, I'll go find some jelly and slap that all over myself and come join you.
That's a good one.
I was like, oh god, this is Oh, Jared, by the way, whose Kindle is that in the bathroom?
That is my Kindle.
Are you reading sexy novels?
What?
No.
When I was looking at it on the screen, it was like about a divorcee and passion and shit.
Oh no, those are just running ads.
Okay.
No.
My friend's mom, because we were back
Currently
to the
reading
first.
a sci-fi fiction called The Expedition Force, Chapter 2.
So when does the sex come in?
Or, sorry, Volume 2.
Oh, sex is in volume 1?
I don't know, there's some lizard people and some hamster people and some humans.
They're gonna make some hamster lizard hybrids.
No, with the
Well, they're fighting, so I doubt it.
the first time I met
Forbidden
you
love.
guys, the night before you went out with my friends, and we had a cringe moment. We went to a bar with my friend's mom. Speaking of erotic novels, she writes like erotic poetry and books and stuff. She's
Oh,
yeah,
written
you
like
told
too.
me that.
Yeah.
Man, I would not want to be your son.
No, he is so, no, he is embarrassed.
Because I feel
I would read those on purpose.
Yeah, I want to.
Just.
I feel like anytime there's like a bring your favorite poem to class,
Yes, everyone
everyone
brings
gets
moms.
together. All right, no, I have this one.
Yeah.
You take that one.
So my 2-year anniversary for my D&D group is coming up. So I thought I'd do something next. I'm getting a custom ordered D&D cake. And so
Was that why you were at the bakery?
yes.
Okay.
So it's gonna be in the shape of 20-sided dice,
Oh.
but it's gonna be like 2D. It's just gonna be cut in an octagon, and they're just gonna like draw out the thing.
The lines, yeah.
Yeah. So I went to a bakery, and you know I get there and I talked to the lady. And I'm like, yeah, so this is what I want. I like hand drawn the picture and everything. I'm like, yeah, so I want this just like drawn on the cake, and I want the cake just cut in this shape, to serve like 8 people. And they're like, okay, let me go talk to the decorators. I'm like, okay, cool. Like waiting there for 5 minutes. She finally comes out and goes, all right, so to do this custom shape, it's gonna be and the size to do all this is gonna be about $80. And I'm already like, all right, that's kind of a lot, but you know, do it for the friends.
Yeah.
And then like, all right, and then because of how complicated the shape is, we can only use yellow cake.
An octagon.
Yeah, I'm sitting there thinking like, this is an octagon, not that complicated of a shape. And so I can't use chocolate, I can't use white cake, it has to be yellow. One, I wanted yellow cake, so it didn't matter to me. But I was like, okay. And it's like, and then like the pattern you want, yeah, we can't do. And I go, what do you mean you can't do it? and she's like, well, like the lines and the proportions are kind of weird that we can't, like, we don't have anything to do with it. I'm like, you just can't freehand this with some icing? And they go, no. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, yeah, so like what you want to do is find the picture of what you want online, and we'll photocopy it for you for a $25 added onto the cake. I'm like, in my mind, I'm sitting like, this is over $100 of a cake, and they'll roughly put it in the shape I want. Only yellow cake, and I'm gonna have a photocopy of what I want on it. I'm already just like, no, this is stupid.
Bad.
And they're just like, yeah, so you want to increase your order? And I'm just like, like I gotta go look at like what picture I want now. Like I wasn't prepared for this. It was so stupid. I'm
That's
like,
terrible.
well, like I'm sitting here just like, this is not a hard design.
No.
Like it's super simple.
It's a bunch of triangles.
Yeah, it's a bunch of triangles, and you're putting a number in the middle of the triangle, and they can't freehand this.
They can't freehand a bunch of triangles.
Didn't they have a thing against D&D?
I don't know.
That sounds somewhat.
And then so I go to another bakery, and I'm like, all right, look, like I want a custom cake. Like, yeah, sure. I'm like, well, are you willing to freehand stuff? And they go, yeah, why would we not? I'm like, okay, cool. I went to another bakery, and they said no. I'm like, here's the design I want. I want it like a hexagon, like basically the same thing. They're like, yeah, no, that's all good. Like, I'll talk to the decorator. We'll just call you tomorrow about it and give you a price. And I'm like, all right. Like, that's how easy it should have been. I was at 20 minutes at this other bakery trying to argue how to make a simple octagon cake. It get to the point I was like, I might just order this octagon cake and freehand everything myself.
Yeah, get a little piping thing.
Yeah. But I was just like, I felt like I was not making a complicated request. Because I remember that at first they were like, do you want a 3D cake? I'm like, no, like 2D. Like, I'm not trying to get like
They can't
a
freehand, but they can
3D.
do a 3D cake?
Yes, they requested that. And I was like, telling them, I was like, no, I want a 2D cake. I was like, just make a circle, just draw the picture, and then cut off the octagon from the picture. Yeah. That's all I want. No.
Like, literally, they just needed to do this.
Yes. Yeah, I basically took that picture and I drawed it, but
you drawed it?
I drawed it. And but I have the center being a 2 because it's our 2-year anniversary. Because I plan on doing this every year. And I'm gonna that's basically what I want. That is exactly the kind of cake I want. It's in the shape
Do I need to send you?
Sure. Send me that. But it's gonna be red.
Right.
But every year I'm gonna like roll the die. It could be a 3 and a 4 to like count the numbers of anniversary of doing this. Man. But it was just
45 playing D&D with the same group of people.
You said it's a bad thing?
That's awesome.
I'm saying, what happens when you hit 21?
I'm already 21.
21 years.
Yeah, I'm 24.
So I'm going to change subjects. Because I made one note to prepare for this podcast.
Oh.
We also came up with a cool game. This is probably going to get up for the podcast. Next podcast, we are going to have... Okay, no, wait. Actually, no. I'm going to ask this. We had this conversation at Denny's.
Denny's? Where the magic happens, baby.
At wherever we went to this morning. Bob Evans.
I was like, you went to Bob Evans.
Sorry, Bob Evans.
I was like, there's not a Denny's anywhere near here.
Okay. You drink chocolate milk, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you drink...
How do you make your chocolate milk? What is the best chocolate milk?
White milk and then Hershey syrup.
Okay.
Syrup.
Okay.
Okay.
Syrup or like the Nesquik powder?
Those are two different things. Which do you prefer?
Yes.
The syrup.
The syrup.
Okay.
So, what we had was a differencing of opinions between specifically Mark and Hank. Mark, who religiously drinks chocolate milk every night.
Yep.
Is a syrup man.
All the way.
Nesquik syrup.
Nesquik chocolate syrup is the only way to do chocolate milk.
Yes.
Oh, best way. You can do it other ways, but
Hank
best way.
is a... Did you say Nesquik
powder?
Okay.
Powder, man!
Yeah.
He would be a powder. He said powder.
Hank is a Nesquik powder man. And I'm like, no. And he goes, no, the powder's way better. I'm like, no. And he goes, yeah, you mix it way better powder. I'm like, I disagree on every level with what you're saying.
I feel like you end up with clumps of powder with the
Exactly!
Nesquik powder.
So he was saying that the syrup never fully mixes in.
Yeah.
So what we decided we're going to do is on the next podcast, since we didn't have enough time to prepare.
Taste test.
Yes,
Exactly.
So we're gonna have our base, which I feel like is going to be just like
The generic chocolate already made milk.
Already made chocolate milk.
Yeah.
I feel like we almost have to get the pre-made like Nesquik or
Yeah, we can
Like True Moo or something.
Yeah. I feel like we should.
We could try to get like 10 different chocolate milks, probably.
Well, I'm saying we should probably stick with like if we can is like Nesquik and Hershey. I know both have syrup and powder.
Yes.
Yep.
And pre-made.
Yes.
So we can do we can have 7 total.
Yeah.
We need to do a blind taste test.
Yes, that's what we were talking about. We're gonna do because I was telling Hank it's like the powder and the syrup are not the same.
Yes.
And syrup is always superior.
We're gonna buy disposable shot glasses. We're gonna set up a blind taste test. Maybe we should make this more of a video thing instead of a podcast.
We could make it a video thing.
But
or we could just have a podcast and have this part be a video part of the podcast.
Yeah, maybe that. Well, we can work that out. Logistics. But yes. See, I thought that you were going to say the game show, or kind of game that we came up with is, Ryan, what does the internet sound like?
Oh.
I just think of the dial-up AOL back in the day.
Correct. That is the correct answer.
That is the correct answer.
We're going to try and come up with... So, my sister is now 19.
Oh my god, that makes you so old.
Yes. Well, I mean...
Sorry, that was a bad one.
And so...
I don't want to get that out. I just want to beep it just to just have everyone's imagination run wild of like, what you said. As Mary Kay slowly rolls away.
Oh, I messed up the carpet.
Yes. But,
speaking of preferences, I need to chime in.
Okay, yeah. Or is chocolate milk preferences?
It involves milk.
Okay.
You guys eat Oreos?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right.
The peanut butter Oreos are the best.
I just had those.
No, we're not talking about just Oreos.
So you guys have Oreos.
Yes.
What do you eat with your Oreos?
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk?
Well, because I don't like regular milk. I only like chocolate milk.
What about you, milk?
So.
If I have to choose a beverage, yes. However, I once had it with hot chocolate.
Ooh.
I've never had that.
Okay.
Now everyone's thinking now.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, Jared's a genius.
She
I know.
does not like milk and does not eat her Oreos with milk. I'm like, what are you?
The hand motions going
on
right now.
Oreos with? And she goes, whatever I'm drinking at the time. I'm like,
okay, I will do the same thing
with Coke. You drink Coke with Oreos?
If I'm drinking Coke and I happen to eat an
it's
Oreo,
not like I'm not one of those people who's like, oh man, I really want some Oreos, but I don't have any milk.
Right, but you can still eat the Oreos.
Yes, and I'll
It's
have
either
it with whatever.
plain
I'm drinking.
Oreos or
Except
Oreos
for
with
water.
milk.
I won't do water.
Right.
That's just like a weird. I don't want watered down Oreos.
Like you take a bite of Oreo and then a swig of Dr. Pepper. That's
like
weird,
you're
man.
thinking about it too much. No,
it's eat a couple Oreos and I'm thirsty. Take a drink. Okay. Oh, I'm hungry again. Let me go get another Oreo.
No, he's been freaking out because we made cookies one night. We made cookies, and he was like,
"Is that what the kids call it now?"
Yes. Making cookies. No, we made cookies, and like I didn't have milk in the fridge. I don't think.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, well, what are we gonna eat with our cookies?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't usually eat milk with my cookies." And he had like a conniption fit over it.
Wait, are you not?
I'm a little bit on Ryan's side with this, just for the fact that I drink so much milk. I usually always drink milk.
I asked my friend.
Are you not under baking your cookies so they come out warm and good?
I absolutely underbake.
Yeah, yes, 100%.
But if you put it in milk, the whole thing disintegrates.
Okay.
Yes, but you don't put it in milk though. You just casually drink your milk.
So you don't need milk till the next day. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you don't like to dip. Don't say that.
I like to dip, and then I do both, man.
I love.
Are you a double dipper?
I wish we had
with Oreos.
I wish we had that on video of Ryan pretending to eat cookies. Both hands just like nom 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 nom.
No, but he had a conniption fit. He had a conniption fit, and I'm like, I don't like milk. Why would I just all of a sudden have milk with my cookies?
If you don't like milk, that's a lot more understandable.
What do you not like? Didn't you say you don't like something, but you only have it with like ice cream or something? Or what, you said something that there's something
cereal?
You eat.
The only time I have regular milk is cereal.
So I'm like, isn't ice cream?
No. Yeah, I'm trying to say the time she was drinking milk
isn't that an
is with
exception?
No, literally
eating
that's
Oreos
the
and
only
milk.
time.
Like,
but no,
not even an exception for Oreos.
No, because it doesn't change the flavor of the milk enough.
I agree with her
it's
on
still
that.
milk.
And I asked my friend this, and she says, my friend's girlfriend, she says, no, I hate milk. So I'm like, is that a female thing? They don't like milk and Oreos? And every guy has to say, hell yeah, milk and Oreos. So I'm like, I'm so confused, man.
I feel like we need more female opinions.
Right.
Grab your mom.
Yeah.
Well, now we have not our next podcast, but the podcast after.
Right. Just
they're planning themselves.
No, this has been a thing like since we started dating because of the fact that I don't like milk. So he finds it so upsetting that I don't eat cookies or milk with my cookies. Right, I'm like, why would I make an exception? Just because I'm having cookies.
Right, the milkman.
I feel like this is going to be one of those things that's like, it's going to be a new running joke on the podcast. Every time we get a new female, it's always like, all right, we got to ask you a question real quick. How do you eat your Oreos?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I got.
It's gonna sound dirty, but
yeah.
How do you?
But like, I bought chocolate milk because if I have chocolate milk, I will eat chocolate milk with cookies.
Okay.
But I don't like regular milk, and I'm also not a dipper because who wants soggy cookies?
Yeah,
but then you turn it and you have a bite of both sides.
No, I'm talking about when you have homemade cookies and you dip them, which I do enjoy, especially if they're like older. But then inevitably your last sip of milk is like
crumbs.
Yeah. It's like
squishy grossness.
Don't you like that?
Squishy.
You don't like that?
Not when I'm drinking milk and then clumps come out of it.
Well, you expect that's why you get a small glass so you can when it's coming.
Yeah.
No. No one likes soggy cookie crumbs.
I'm just weird.
Especially not in a cup.
Right.
No, don't you rescue the Oreos with the spoon? Like, you never did that?
I usually don't drop my Oreos in my milk.
I do it all the time.
I do know people who will do that. They'll get like Oreos, they'll open them up, they'll like take two and just drop them in their milk. And then just like start going like just dipping. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
There are so many ways to eat Oreos.
Why would you want a soggy cookie?
Exactly.
Because then you take a bite of the soggy and then a bite of the hard. Like
not if all of it's in the milk.
No, that's why you have half of it.
There is no non-soggy part.
That's why you dip it and then you take some of it out.
Well, he's talking about letting it soak.
Like he's talking about the people who drop it and just let it soak.
Two, and because they wanted that mushy cookie at the end, so they just took two and dropped them. I'm like, what are you doing?
Try that.
No!
I'll send you a video.
You're giving him ideas.
Why? Why would you do that?
I sent her Snapchats of just Oreos, and she goes, "Oh my god."
When have you done that?
I sent you a snap for Oreos.
You know another idea?
I don't remember that.
Oreo taste test. We'll go and buy one of every type of Oreo. You have to identify which one.
That would be expensive. You know how many types of Oreos there are?
Okay,
red velvet.
Podcast goal. We make enough money off of this to buy all the different types of Oreos at Kroger.
And figure out and answer the question.
Brought to you by Oreo.
Please send us Oreo money. Please, they're not sponsoring us. We're just trying to get them to.
There's peanut butter. There's birthday cake. There's red velvet.
Well, I mean, and then you got the seasonal ones. You got
double
the
stuff.
ones.
You have the thin cookie.
There's like chocolate ones.
The cookies and cream.
There's like cream
bits
dip,
of the cookie
cream
in
dip,
the
leche, cream.
So you
that
want
just feels like
know,
cookieception.
You want to know how good my dad is at giving gifts. So this past Christmas, my dad found what he thought was the most amazing thing in the world. It was an Oreo jukebox.
Tell me more now.
Yes. I will tell you this story. So it comes in a box. It's about like a foot long. You open it up, and it has this little think of a classic record player that's like 4 inches long, and it has where a record would go. An Oreo. So it comes with different kinds of Oreos, like double stuffed, thin, and everything. Yeah. You put the Oreo on it, and then you put the quote-unquote needle over the Oreo, and it starts playing a song. Well, you can take the Oreo off, just bite off a little part, put the Oreo back on, it plays a different song. And then you can keep doing this. And so, depending on how much of the Oreo is there, depends on what song plays. And then also, depending on the type of Oreo, it will also slightly change the song, too. And you can also record your own message on the Oreo, too. So that if a full Oreo gets on there, I can leave a message for you being like, yo, what are you doing touching my Oreos?
Black magic.
That's insane.
Black magic.
It was one of those days my dad discovered this. And he was like, I saw this and immediately bought it.
How many are there?
What?
How many are there out there?
I don't know.
Because that sounds very rare.
Are these special Oreos, or can you buy
No, it's any
Oreos
Oreo
off the shelf and just redo your record?
What those,
it's an Oreo off the shelf.
Shitty Great Value Oreo knockoffs. Would it just play like the?
I have no idea.
I need to become the first Oreo DJ.
Can you get 2 of them with 2 turntables?
Yeah, I throw on a double stuff, get it running. I'm like, come on, give me the thin cookie kind. Yeah. All right.
You get blues, blue, no shirt, blue suspenders, and have Oreo pasties.
Oh, I know.
Right?
That'd be good. Yes. Yeah, but my dad bought this for me and my brother, and it was this is the most amazing thing.
Got a picture?
I used it once.
Is there a picture?
I don't think I have a picture of it. If you ever come by my apartment, I'll play it for you.
That's in Louisville, right?
Yes. How have you never shown me this?
That's lit.
Did I not show you this?
No.
Oh.
This is the first time I ever heard this story.
Yeah, it's just chilling on my bookshelf. I haven't moved it.
That's cool.
Jared is unobservant.
So we've taken a long tangent from when I said I wanted to tell a story.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay,
yeah,
tell a
that's
story.
fine. So
weirdly enough, we do that sometimes.
Yes,
it's a podcast.
Well, that was one of our perspective names. Was Nothing But Tangents.
Yeah, we do. So if you don't know, the name of the podcast is called Intimidatingly Funny. But we came up with a lot of different names before we let them know.
Probably a week where every day we'd just text each other 10 names. What do you think? And we'd be like, Nick's 7 of them.
Yeah. And
then there would be 3, and we were just kind of building these lists.
Yeah, we would sometimes say Hank, all right, Hank, out of these 7, which 2 would you choose?
Yeah. And so, it made it pretty far, and then once we remembered Intimidatingly Funny, that's it. But, so, Halloween was this past week, and I wasn't sure, I just started a new job recently, been there about 2 weeks. I wasn't sure if people dressed up for Halloween or not. So I was like, but I wanted to dress up, because, that's how we are, and I was like, I know, I'll go as something where if needed, I can just take off part of the costume and still be, in work attire. So I went as a member of a barbershop quartet. So, I had a hat, a bow tie, suspenders, and a vest. Because I figured if I walk in and I'm no one else is in costume, take off the hat, take off the vest, and the bow tie, and then I'm just in dress pants, white shirt with suspenders. Well, there was a couple people in costume, and they seemed to really like that I was in costume, so I stayed in costume. Well, that time of the day hit, that magical time where, guys take their daily poop. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go poop. I have never worn suspenders before in my life. And I go, and I was like, with a belt, you just undo it, pants down. I'm like, how does this work? And so in my mind, I was like, well, how did I put them on? I just, pulled them over and clipped. That must be the same thing you do when you go. So I unclipped, and of course they're elastic, so they come back and hit you in the face. I'm like, fuck. And this is all in the stall of a bathroom. Mm-hmm. So I'm, there doing my business, and I'm sitting there. I was like, It never occurred to me, instead of just taking them off, slide them over your shoulders, and then
pull down your pants.
Just pull down your pants. So I
completely
undid my suspenders, because then of course I'm in the bathroom redoing my suspenders, and someone walks in. I'm just like, oh hey.
So this we're into a different question, and this is really a guy question. So when you go to pee, how do you pee?
What am I wearing?
It is that you're say you're wearing jeans.
Jeans?
You have a belt on. What do you do to start peeing?
I pee in the urinal. I'd like to.
It's what do you do?
How do you pull out your penis?
I unzip my zipper.
Yes.
And then I go in and pull it out.
Yes.
That's the correct answer.
I do zipper through the door.
Yes.
Okay. So
then I hold my underwear like out so I don't get like pee all over myself.
There's some people who go undo their belt, undo their button, undo their fly, and go. It's like, no, the fly's there to help let it have it out, man.
So then here's the other question: you're wearing basketball shorts.
Yeah.
Do you pull down? Obviously, you have to pull down basketball shorts.
Yes, of course.
Do you pull down your underwear too, or do you pull down your shorts and then go through the door?
Yeah, I pull down my underwear too.
I pull down my underwear too if I have shorts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
I never go through the underwear
If
fly.
you're gonna pull down one, why not
Yes,
just pull down the
exactly.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
other? As a lady, we have to pull down all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to. Adult diapers are cheaper and cheaper these days. Adult diapers.
No, they're not as fun.
I have a pair of shorts I wear at home, like my home shorts. I don't wear them all the time, but the string I have to tie real tight. So if I have to take them off, I don't have to untie. And then so I just kind of pull up my right leg and just kind of.
Good for you.
I have not done that.
Way, yeah. You can
pull
up the right side.
I mean, some of us are not that well endowed, but I mean,
good for you.
Tell them.
No.
Mary Kate, tell them.
As she hides from the world.
Don't worry, this won't be edited out.
Yes.
I'm gonna retreat into my shirt now.
Sponsored.
Sponsored by Jordan's.
You've made me turtle.
I don't think you're turtling enough for the Turtle Club.
Damn it!
Damn it.
I was getting ready to say it.
This is a movie I haven't seen in a while.
The Mr. Disgrace.
So we watched Crazy Stupid Love again.
Great movie.
I saw that.
It's a great movie.
I've seen it probably a half dozen times, and I am still picking up new stuff that I know I'm gonna do. So in the movie, at one point, Ryan Reynolds walks up to his
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. I'm terrible with actors' names, but I was picturing the right person. Walks up to his new girlfriend, kind of squeezes her nose and goes, you're gonna have to get that fixed. And I don't know why, I thought it was the funniest thing. And I'm like, I know what I'm doing to my next girlfriend. Honking her nose and say, ooh, you gotta get that fixed.
To Jared's future girlfriend, I'm sorry.
Wait, you're single?
Yeah. Well, see, that's why we need a new spring intern.
Yeah.
Things just weren't working out.
Oh, okay.
Our other intern was not setting me up with anybody.
Oh.
It's pretty much their primary responsibility.
I feel like our other intern also did not know that they were an intern.
I mean, I will say their attendance was spotty, but when they were here, they were here.
You are not wrong.
Yes. So, would you say that's our number one thing of what we're looking for our new intern?
Yeah, to actually show up to work.
Yeah, a bit, to have a passion for attendance, to be physically present. I'm willing to waver on the mentally.
But are we ready to call it?
Yeah.
All right. So Ryan, we have a tradition here. So you now have to say goodbye as like a voicemail greeting.
Okay.
So if you had to leave a voicemail for this podcast as a whole, just go for it.
Wait, well, before you do that, we have to say, this broadcast or this podcast is brought to you by Misdirection LLC. Check out our website at misdirection.us. That's misdirection.us. Go ahead, follow us on Twitter.
Whatever you want.
We're also on YouTube. Give us a little help. Hit that like button. Subscribe.
Whatever you want.
There's that little Snapchat symbol thing, the bell. That if you hit it, it goes dong, and then you subscribe, you get new videos and stuff. Check out our old podcasts. Are you guys ready? I've been rambling.
All right, Ryan, take it away.
Podcast is also presented by our friends from Nabisco and Oreos, always complimented by milk. So end your day with some Oreos and milk. Thank you.
And good night.